Hello everyone, it's PLB with MLB News back with another video, and in today's video we're going to do an MLB Closers 2021 tier list. That's today's video, that's what we're going to do. Before I get into this video though, if you want great baseball content throughout the lockout and the rest of the offseason that's left, make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn notifications, and leave a like, because this is the place to be on baseball YouTube for great baseball content throughout this lockout. So, make sure you subscribe. Let's go ahead and get into this video. We're going to start off. Like I said, it's a closers tier list, so we're going to start off with right-hander for the Texas Rangers, Joe Barlow. Barlow posted a 0-2 record with a 1.55 ERA in the closer role for Texas in 2021. And Joe Barlow is one of those guys that I've just not seen enough of yet to really determine whether he's a good closer or not. He has the stuff. He could throw 96, 97. He definitely has the stuff. It's just I haven't seen enough yet of him to really determine that. And yeah, so I haven't just seen enough of him yet. Next up's Ian Kennedy of what used to be the Philadelphia Phillies, now a free agent. Kennedy's 36 years old, heading into free agency. He posted a 3-1 record with a 3.20 ERA in the closer role for Philadelphia. For me, he's just not a closer. This guy wouldn't be a closer on any team except the Philadelphia Phillies, who have the worst bullpen in the league by far, and that's really why he's the closer on that team. Next up's Will Smith of the Atlanta Braves. Will Smith had a very solid year, leading the Braves, obviously, or not leading, but helped the Braves to their World Series championship. 3-7 with a 3.44 ERA in 2021 has already always been pretty consistent. He's just a good closer. He's nothing special. He's going to give up a lot of base runners, try to choke the lead. It's just a lot of the time he gets by with not choking it. Next up's Mark Melancon of the San Diego Padres. Melancon went to the San Diego Padres in 2021, now with the Arizona Diamondbacks after signing with them in free agency. He posted in 2021 a 2.1 WAR with 4 wins and 3 losses and a 2.23 ERA. He's a 4-time All-Star, and he's a very good move and a good pickup for the Arizona Diamondbacks. He, for me, goes into the really good tier. I think this is a guy who is a really good closer to have. Next up's Alex Reyes of the St. Louis Cardinals. He's a 1-time All-Star, finished with a 10-8 record with a 3.24 ERA in 2021. This guy needs to limit the base runners. The runners are just on too much when he is in the ball game. I mean, it's pretty simple. Every time that he is in the game, he tries to give up the lead, a lot like Will Smith. That's when he's in the good tier as well. Next up, we're going to go to Tanner Scott of the Baltimore Orioles. Scott posted a 5-4 record with a 5.17 ERA in 2021. He definitely has the stuff to be a closer, a guy who can throw very hard, and posted in 2020 a little bit of something to be excited about with a 1.31 ERA. Didn't follow it up in 2021 with a good season, though, posting an over 5 ERA. Next up, we head to Minnesota for Alex Colomé. Alex Colomé was picked up as a pretty big move for the White Sox last offseason. And in 2021, he posted a negative WAR, a 4-4 record with a 4.15 ERA in 2021. In 2020, like I said, had a really good year, which earned him a decent payday with a 2-0 record with a 0.81 ERA. Next up, let's go ahead and head to free agent Kenley Jansen. Kenley Jansen's been rumored for a lot of teams, and it makes a lot of sense why he would be. Jansen's a 3-time All-Star, 2020 World Series champion, 34 years old. In 2021, he had a 4-4 record with a 2.22 ERA, posting a 2.3 WAR for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He had a really solid year, and it's something that a lot of teams could use, considering that a lot of teams' bullpens these days are pretty bad. Next up is Raisel Iglesias of the Los Angeles Angels. Raisel Iglesias got a big payday this offseason after posting a 2.57 ERA in 2021, getting a 4-year, $59 million contract from the Los Angeles Angels, and I can't really understand why. He's getting paid like an elite closer in Liam Hendricks when he's just a really good closer, in my opinion. Next up, Scott Barlow of the Kansas City Royals. Scott Barlow posted a 5-3 record with a 2.42 ERA with a 2.9 WAR in 2021. Over his career, he has posted a 3.46 ERA with the Kansas City Royals. The Royals could look to trade him this offseason, him being a very good arm in their bullpen. He's a good closer. He's nothing special. He's just good. Next up, Jordan Romano of the Toronto Blue Jays. Jordan Romano is a very solid closer. He posted a 7-1 record with a 2.14 ERA in 2021, a 2.3 WAR, and has posted a 2.90 ERA in his career. Had a really good 2020 and topped it off with a good 2021 as well. For me, he's in the really good tier. He's a really good closer. Next up's Gregory Soto of the Detroit Tigers. Soto, for me, definitely has the stuff to be a great closer. But he's a one-time All-Star, made it for a pretty terrible Detroit Tigers team in 2021. In 2021, he posted a 1.4 WAR and 6 wins against 3 losses and a 3.39 ERA. Next up's Dylan Floro of the Miami Marlins. Oh, and Gregory Soto's in the good tier. Dylan Floro as well is in the good tier. He's a 2020 World Series champion with the Los Angeles Dodgers. In 2021, posted a 6-6 record with a 2.81 ERA. Over his career, he has a 3.18 ERA and is one of the more underrated closers in the game right now. He's good, very good. Next up, we head back to free agency and Jake McGee. McGee was a big piece of the Giants' bullpen in 2021. He also was a 2020 World Series champion. Posted a 3-2 record with a 2.72 ERA in 2021. Had a really solid season. And Jake McGee has had some really solid seasons, and some teams should look at bringing him in because Jake McGee's a very solid guy to come out of the bullpen. Next up, let's go ahead and head to Chicago for Cody Hoyer. And for Jake McGee, he's good. Nothing special. Cody Hoyer posted a 7-4 record with a 4.28 ERA in 2021 with 0.5 WAR. In his career, 3.56 ERA. He was a lot better since coming over to the Cubs. Struggled with the White Sox, posting a 5.12 ERA. Had a really good 2020 though, 3-0 with a 1.52 ERA. Cody Hoyer definitely has the potential to be even in the possibly elite tier one day. He's a really good closer. Next up's Chris Stratton of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, I think David Bednar is more of the closer, but Stratton's who's on this list. And he posted a 7-1 record with a 3.63 ERA in 2021 and a 1.1 WAR. The move to the bullpen's been a big key for him. Just the change to the bullpen. He isn't a closer. He's not a closer. But he's somebody who you would want in the 7th or 8th inning and would be really happy with. The move to the bullpen's been great for him. A 3.66 ERA in 2019, 3.90 ERA in 2020, and in 2021, a 3.63 ERA. Really, really good seasons from him. Just probably not who I would want to be shutting down the 9th inning for my team. Next up's Daniel Bard of the Colorado Rockies. Bard is just not a closer. It's simple. A negative WAR in 2021, 7-8 record with a 5.21 ERA, a career 3.96 ERA. I love the story of Daniel Bard. I just don't think that he's a very good pitcher, especially in the closer role. Next up's Kyle Finnegan of the Washington Nationals. And he wouldn't be a closer on any other team in Major League Baseball, and I haven't really seen enough of him yet as a closer. He's 5-9 with 3.55 ERA in 2021. Nothing special at all, to be honest. Just nothing special. Simple. He had a decent 2020 with the Washington Nationals, but nothing to write home about. Next up, Emmanuel Clase of the Cleveland Guardians. I'm unsure why he took PEDs because he's a very good pitcher with or without. Because in 2021, he posted a 4-5 record with a 1.29 ERA. He posted a really good year, and in 2020, he was suspended for some, I think most of the year actually, because of the PEDs, which he didn't need to take. He's a very good pitcher with or without, and hopefully the Guardians don't trade him because he's one of the key pieces to their team right now. Next up's Drew Steckenrider of the Seattle Mariners, and he's elite. Class A is. Steckenrider posted a 5-2 record with a 2 ERA in 2021 with the Seattle Mariners. A really big breakout season for him. For somebody in 2019 that posted an over 6 ERA. Steckenrider definitely is in the really good tier. A couple more seasons like that, and he definitely probably goes into the elite tier for me. Next up is Lou Trevino of the Oakland Athletics. Lou Trevino had a underrated good 2021 season, posting a 7-8 record with a 3.18 ERA in 2021. He's one of those guys that the Oakland Athletics definitely could be looking to trade this offseason. Next up is Pete Fairbanks of the Tampa Bay Rays. Fairbanks had a 3-6 record with a 3.59 ERA in 2021, a 0.0 WAR. He had a really good 2020. Pete Fairbanks has the stuff to be a really good closer. Next up is Matt Barnes of the Boston Red Sox. Barnes, another guy that had a solid 2021 until it got to the postseason. He's a one-time All-Star, 2018 World Series champion. 6-5 record with a 3.79 ERA in 2021 and a 1.2 WAR. Next up, let's go and head to the Mets for Edwin Diaz. Diaz is known to some as a guy who can choke a lot, but he's a really solid closer, a really good closer actually. 5-6 with a 3.45 ERA in 2021. He goes for me in the really good tier. He's a one-time All-Star and had a really good 2020 as well. Besides 2019, he's proved that he's a very good player in New York. Next up, Aroldis Chapman of the New York Yankees. Aroldis Chapman posted a 6-4 record with a 3.36 ERA. He's a 7-time All-Star, 2016 World Series champion. But Aroldis Chapman had one of the toughest stretches of his career in 2021. Just an okay season. Definitely would have. He probably could even say this too, that he would have liked for it to be better. Next up's Ryan Presley of the Houston Astros. I mean, still, Chapman is in the really good tier. Ryan Presley's elite. Two-time All-Star since coming over from Minnesota. He's been elite for the Houston Astros. 5-3 with a 2.25 ERA in 2021. Showed up in the playoffs as well for this team. He's in the elite tier. He's elite. Next up's Liam Hendriks of the Chicago White Sox. Liam Hendriks also, of course, is elite. Two-time All-Star, posted an 8-3 record with a 2.54 ERA, 2.64 in 2021. He's a really good pitcher. He showed that for the last 3 years that he is a really good pitcher. The Oakland A's did something with him, and he is just a totally different pitcher now. And the final one, who I think is the best closer in baseball, of course elite, is Josh Hader. Josh Hader is a 3-time All-Star. 4-2 with a 1.23 ERA, has had multiple years of winning the reliever of the year. Josh Hader is a great pitcher. Nothing else more to say, but Josh Hader is elite, elite, elite. So yeah, that's going to be the end of today. And notifications, because like I said, this is the place for great baseball content throughout the lockout and the off season. Thank you for watching, and peace.